Yeah, my name's Gus Quinn there from Convent Street in Kings Island, and I grew up by the river, I guess, playing by the river. Walked my dog a lot down by the river nowadays, and it'd be nice to live by the sea and that, but we're blessed in this part of the town actually, as opposed to living in a suburban estate, to have the river. And you know, as I said, I didn't do much fishing when I was young, but we used to look for eels and eel fry and all that kind of thing. And I grew up with a lot of guys from around the castle barracks, so we were always up to some bit of mischief down by the river. And there was one story about a guy, he had no work, but he was pretending. He was pretending that he was down in the mill all day. He'd dust flour on himself, and he'd come into the pub. Oh, I was working hard all day now, I'm at time with the thirst, you know. The guys were onto him. Good, you know, the characters. And there were big, strong guys with these donkey jackets. They were a woolen jacket with a pad on the back that, you know, if it rained.
It was like a lead red kind of a thing.
But they'd never get. I was amazed with these guys. They'd be going to school, coming and going from CBS above, and they'd never get off the saddle of the bicycle, and they'd go up that hill. And the bicycles at that time were like the automobile now, because they had the big dynamo on the wheel and the Stormy Archer gear. But as someone said to me, my missus, she said, why didn't they have a canteen in the factory, in the plant? Like, I mean, you know, and so they wouldn't have to be coming home for their dinners, you know. And the woman at home then, of course, would have had to go to town, buy the chops or the meat, you know. There was a lot of bacon and like offal backbones and all those, you know, skirts and kidneys, all those kind of things.